Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a few weeks ago, I made a video highlighting the potential financial hardships that you might encounter if you embark on this architectural journey or become an architecture student. So today I thought it would be quite nice to put together a list of potential side hustles that you can actually work on when you are an architecture student or if you are a graduate or an architect as well. As an architecture student or architectural professional, you have a lot of different skills that you can actually use to start your own side hustle, because when you're working in the architectural industry or in any industry in general, you're basically exchanging your time for money, and sometimes it's really long hours and there's a lot of stress, and the pay doesn't really correlate with the amount of work or the amount of hours you've put in. And that's why a lot of people are looking to work on side hustles so they can support their daily living and also hopefully one day be financially stable and also stress-free. So I will keep it short and brief, and this is the 8 side hustle ideas for architectural professionals or architectural students. Number 1 on the list is freelance design work. So as an architecture student or an architectural professional, you can offer your services, your design services, for freelance design work. This could include assisting with interior design concepts, residential renovations, and creating 3D visualizations for architectural presentations for projects. A lot of firms usually hire different specialists when working on different parts of the project. For example, some are CAD technicians or some are 3D visualization professionals. So if you are really talented or really skilled in one of these sectors, then you can actually just work on these sectors and earn a profitable side hustle income. And you can also, use platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, freelancers to find potential clients as well. Number 2 on the list is architectural rendering. So as architectural students or architectural professionals, usually you would be exposed to a lot of 3D modeling and also rendering software. And this is actually a really professional and essential asset for many of the firms or even estate agents who want to show clients an interior walkthrough of one of their flats or one of their properties, but don't have the skills to do so. And that's when you can step in and work on it as a side hustle. You can potentially find work in smaller firms that require more people to work on these, or you can work for interior designers who want to bring their designs to life. You can use 3D Max, Unreal Engine, all kinds of software and Revit to help them build 3D models and then help them bring their design to life through a really professional 3D modeling rendering. Number 3 on the list is graphic design and branding. So as architectural students or architecture professionals or architects, you are really trained to have an eye out for aesthetics and, style with colors and everything. This could be a really valuable asset amidst this growing digital age, because a lot of marketing we see these days revolve a lot around visuals. And if you have the skills to work on Illustrator or work on Photoshop to create engaging visuals and also have these kind of illustrative skills, then I think this skill can actually work for you because it is really in demand these days. You can utilize your skills to help business owners design logos, brochures, visual presentations that reflect their brand identity. You can use Adobe Creative Suite, Canva. There are a lot of platforms or even free platforms that you can utilize to help your side hustles. Number 4 on the list is tutoring and mentoring. So if you have particular skills and different architectural software, it could be a really useful trade, because many of the university students that are just starting architecture lack these skills, but they want to improve. And by offering tutoring lessons or mentoring lessons on various different kinds of softwares or just on architectural portfolios or architectural design in general, can help you generate some income, but all the while you're helping a person to engage in something that they're interested in and also become a potential architect. So it's a really good way. If you have particularly strong skills in, for example, Revit or in rendering, then you can maybe start building an audience on social media platforms like Instagram or YouTube to build an audience, so you can advertise yourself and promote yourself as a brand. So when people are actually looking for tutors or mentors in this area, then they can think of you. And then the next one is architectural writing and blogging. And a lot of students actually do this when they're in uni, no matter if they're in architecture or different fields. They write about something that they're passionate about and they start gaining traction on their blogs, and then they start gaining some side hustle, which is nice because you're doing something you enjoy. As an architectural professional or student, you can write about architecture in fields that you're interested in. You can write about interior design, you can write about architectural history or the social political status of architecture or different aesthetics of architecture. You can build up these articles and you will start getting traction. You can build an audience, and it can also be part of your portfolio in the future. Next on the list is becoming a CAD technician. So as I previously mentioned, some big firms hire specialists for drawing CAD drawings or specialists on rendering. So if you are particularly skilled in CAD, this is a highly sought after skill as well. A lot of firms need help with CAD drawings, or a lot of estate agents who know how to sell houses but not necessarily have the skills for 2D or 3D visualization, so you can potentially lend a helping hand and also brush up on your AutoCAD or Revit skills as well. Number 7 on the list is you can start an Etsy store. So as an architecture student or an architect, you usually will have a preference or an interest in drawing, or you actually really skilled at it, and you might do a lot of urban sketches or just sketches in general. And on Etsy, you can actually start your own shop and sell prints or works of art that could potentially gain an audience, and people are usually willing to pay quite a bit of money for art that they actually like. So if you have a particular style that's unique, even photography, you can actually build a side income on Etsy. But it will take some time to manage the shop, to advertise the shop, but then all side hustles also take time. Number 8 on the list is more restrictive towards architecture students because it is campus work. So when I was in uni, I also participated in campus work because it is usually more flexible. It allows you to work around the hours that you are free, and it is also a good experience to meet more people in the architectural industry or in the uni environment, but also brush up on like some soft skills like communication skills, collaboration skills, and it is good to build up a good income because usually the wages in uni is slightly higher than the ones outside. You will also have a good amount of work experience when you write your CV or if you want to apply to jobs after you graduate. I think studying architecture usually are exposed to a lot of skills like graphic design skills, modeling skills, drawing up 2D drawings, and then when you present, you also have all these soft skills like presentation skills, cooperation skills, and there's a lot of things that can be applied to different aspects or different areas of your life and also different businesses. So if you think about it, like the design aspect is actually really sought after in this creative era. So if you can somehow leverage that into something that can potentially earn you a little bit more income, but you also enjoy doing, then it's actually a win-win. Even if building a side hustle is not your main priority, engaging in all this work is actually a good experience for architectural students or architectural professionals as well. You have more experience. You might be able to add some of these into your CV, and if you start your own personal blogs or channels that you aim to gain more exposure, it's actually part of your portfolio as well. So these are kind of like the most basic list that I could think of. So if there's any more that you think could benefit architectural students or architectural professionals who want to earn some extra income, then you can comment down below and let us know. But then this is the end of this video. Hope you enjoy it. It's quite short. I want to keep it short and brief, and I'll see you in the next video.